Welcome back to another episode of Sip Tea with Senpais. I am your mediator senpai, Nyera.
Lovely senpai, Kai.
Here's chill senpai, Elexus here. If y'all can hear me.
And our exhausted senpai, Yahida.
Exhausted? I'm not exhausted. It's more so I'm being abused by somebody who can't even walk with like 3 teeth. And I don't know what to do about it. I don't know what to do about it. I love her, but she's great to me. The problem is she's abusive and breaks things. And you just saw her jack my water on screen. Thank you. You don't even have thumbs to open it. So she growls.
Okay,
No, don't cry.
Yahida was over here being jealous because I'm about to get a dog. She has a puppy all her own. Growls and everything. So, ladies and gentlemen, our first topic today is things we hate. So, who would like to start us off on some things that we just hating right now? Just, what we feel like I dislike greatly.
Bet I got you. Okay, so I hate other people's kids because control your goddamn. It doesn't make sense to be having them running all around inside of the store, and then you're watching them open things and you're not stopping them, and then you're telling the employees, "I'm not gonna pay for everything they just broke or opened. It's not my problem. You guys should put it better." No, ma'am. Please keep your crotch goblins at home then. Jesus. Okay? There are a number of things I hate. A cashier who's slowly scanning the only 7 items I have. Like, ma'am, do you not know I'm like late for whatever I'm supposed to be doing? I want to go take a nap. Okay? And you're over here talking and gossiping with your other coworker. You scan the same thing twice and you're looking at me crazy when I'm like, I only have one of those.
Okay, you didn't have to call me out, all right? Thank you.
All right.
Appreciate that.
Oh, so yeah, the cashier. Oh,
I felt that
good.
too. But I'm
Look,
just
knock that
confused.
off. I'm letting y'all know that.
Because of that.
Look, sometimes the customer is rude, and you know what? I'm going to be petty to you. I'm going to slowly scan your items. I'm going to go talk to my friend because you're the only person in here. You decide to be rude. So, yeah.
Look. I
But
seen a
then
post.
again,
How about this?
you get people that come to the register with an item with nothing on it, nothing to scan it with, nothing to look it up with, and then they get mad.
love that.
Why don't you have my item? I don't have any. I don't
I just
know
be
how
like,
Have to.
I always check to make sure my thing has a barcode on it before I bring it up there. But what I hate about Walmart is they always have like 2 different barcodes for some whatever reason. I think one's for shipping, but they always be like, yeah, that's not the right barcode. You need an actual barcode. What the hell is an actual barcode, Ashley?
Oh, God, I hate when they tell me that. But then again, I'm
Like, and how I hate a lot of things. Okay, I don't even know where to begin. I hate bugs. I hate people. I hate people who call me but don't kill the bug for me to kill the bug. Like I wanted to touch the bug. Like
My family already knows I'm not the one to call because I will go do that to them first. I'm like, look, I am a last resort. It won't work if I'm not the only one here who has no choice but to.
There's a couple times where I've called my mom, like, Mom, please come kill the bug. It's everywhere.
I woke up my boyfriend in the middle of the night because I saw it and I was like, nope, because it was bigger than the one that I'll throw a shoe sometimes, but when it's too big, I'm like, nope, go wake him up. Go get it, please.
let me tell you something, okay? I don't do bugs. But my brain doesn't register. Yahida, you're bigger than that bug. No, my brain registers. How quick will this move when I throw a shoe at it? And
Right.
if my brain thinks that it's too quick, I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna stomp it out. I don't care if I put a hole in the wall. Like I'm gonna put 2 shoes in each hand. All right, I'm gonna have my 2 shoes on each foot, and we're gonna try to kill him. You gotta go.
Like, I gotta
You're him.
shoot out the chunkless with just the
Yeah, but you know what? Some of them bugs are quick. Okay.
Yes.
So The minute you are quicker than me, I move out of the house. I'm done. You know what? You can have the house. It's on.
Have y'all ever just had a moment where you can't get the bug and no one else can come get it, so you just gotta sit there and just let it just disappear?
Oh, I
done that.
let
I
it.
have done that.
Spiders. I can't do that.
Whatever room it's in, I'm just like, you can have that room for the day until I don't see you no more.
I've done it with like a water bug, and I was like, I'm on the toilet. It's late at night. My mom's asleep. I can't do anything. I'm just gonna let you go for now. It's like I'll find you one day, but right now you win. You win.
So like, I had this one centipede in my room. It initially at one point maybe showed up somewhere else in the house. Then it crawled into the wall because I couldn't get to it quick enough or get somebody to get to it quick enough. And then it showed up in my bathroom weeks later.
No.
Out of some like little crack in the bottom part, like on the floor, and I'm like, oh great. But by the time I saw it and could get off the toilet and kill it, it had crawled back into the wall and then disappeared for like another couple weeks. And then maybe I'm thinking of two different ones, but I had one pop up on my bathroom door too close to me, and I'm like at the top of it, I'm like, this is not gonna work. Had somebody come kill it then, and then I had one pop out of my light socket, like my light switch by my door. I couldn't leave the room because I'm like, nope. So I called my mom and I told her, look,
I need you to
like
come.
y'all gotta come down here and do this because I'm not leaving this room for it to disappear again.
I have to keep my eyes on it.
And it was by the door, and I'm like, I can't. I can't do it.
Because you feel like it's gonna start flying or it's gonna start
Right.
doing acrobats like
It wasn't even that. It had already disappeared 1,000 times already. And I'm like, it's gotta go.
I feel like one day the anime Terraformers, where they sent all the bugs to Mars and like they became super mega beasts, like cockroach dudes. I'm like, that's gonna happen, and it's a nightmare.
That sounds like a goddamn nightmare.
It's the worst.
I don't do bugs. Okay?
No.
Bugs are at the top of I can't live. It's also at the
It's
top
the
of
top
me
of that
praying
list
to
over.
God, asking why would he do that? Why would you? And you know, like bugs
God,
have
why did you
ugly
make
faces.
cockroaches?
Bugs have like super ugly faces. So I think
They
that
do.
just makes it so much worse. Because I'm like, why are you evil and ugly? Can you pick a struggle? Like, and you know, like you have ones that are just here for your blood. And I think that's the scariest thing. I'm like, okay, if everybody in like the 1600s was scared of vampires, God, why would you make a vampire insect? Like, why would you do that?
To fuck with people.
I see. I see. I don't want no smoke, okay? I don't want
I
no
want no
You
smoke.
know what? Hold on. I used to think that I was powerful, like as a teenager, because you know, like at some point of being a teenager, you think like your shit don't stink, and you're like, oh, you know, I'm bomb. That quickly stopped when I found out there were spiders bigger than me, and when I found out they are quicker than me, and I was like, so you're saying I am prey to something I already don't like on like a 2-inch scale? This thing is on feet, multiple feet scale. Like, oh nah,
Yeah.
I'm good.
I don't even like
When
the little tiny spiders. I'm just like, I don't know what you is, and I don't know if you can kill me. I'm not taking that risk.
Here's the thing. When we first moved into this house, I had just watched some kind of thing where they were talking how black widows like to hide in like small spaces. So if you see holes, there's most likely a nest for them. And then we moved
Okay,
in,
good.
and there was a small hole in one of our window sills, and I was so freaked out. I was like, "Mom, you have to cover the hole. There might be black widows in the hole." She was like, "What are you talking about?" I was like, "Mom, I can't sleep near here. I can't. I swear, I would not sleep next to the wall, that whole wall where that window was, until we covered that hole." I mean, it was
All right,
like
Nyera, thanks for giving me more paranoia in my room because I don't like it now. On top of that, you talking about black widows? I swear to you, there was this one point when we were in our old house that we were in for 10 years where we moved. I swear there was a black widow spider in our garage out in the open. I was just like,
I don't like when they're out in the open because I feel like the spider's like, "Mm, what's up?"
And I was scared because I don't know where it
they're
went.
taunting me, bro. I feel like they're taunting me. I really feel like that spider's like,
Oh, I
so you
spiders
want smoke?
absolutely.
Just my house.
They leave evidence all in the corners of your house. Like I've been here. I hope you know that.
Mm-hmm.
You're just
You
like,
know, every time I see a web, I'm just like, so you just gonna shit on my wall and like and leave? Like, I hope you're dead. And I hate finding them dead too, because my brain is like, where did they go?
Right.
And did they lose a fight to a bigger spider? Like, I can't
why
have
you
my
die?
heart broken.
Like, why you die? What kills you?
Exactly.
What is this murder mystery that's happening
How
in my
long were
house?
you here in the first place? Because that's even more unsettling.
Oh, I was like,
It's like the battle.
what did I just say?
Evils,
I
and you're
hate
like,
their mom.
which evil do I want to win? The roach or the spiders? It's the spiders. I want the spiders to win. Please kill the
I
evil.
want them both.
I mean, I do want them both gone,
Thank
but
you.
I want the roaches to die more.
I just look. I just
If
wasn't
anything, the spider's probably more of a threat than the roaches. But
Okay,
like,
y'all. So I was in an Uber yesterday to come home, and when I opened the door, I didn't see anything wrong. It was a really nice car. But when I got in the car and I was about to close the door, I looked at the inside of the door, like between where it closes at. There's a wasp nest in this guy's car. I it's just sitting there, and I just closed the door. I'm like, you know,
Burn the car and everything in it. It's gotta go.
I thought I was insane because I immediately closed it. I was like, ah. But then when I got home and then I opened the door, there it is. I'm like, oh, so I'm not insane. You have a wasp nest growing in your car. You need to set your car on fire and just throw it over a cliff, just in case. You know, because they can't live. You cannot let them live. Wasps are pure evil.
I hate a lot of things in this world, guys, but at the top of that list is always going to be insects.
Yep.
Insects, bro. You could be sitting here having a good time eating your meal, and then out of nowhere they decide, oh, I'm gonna land on your sandwich mid bite, and then you're like, I don't even want my sandwich anymore because I don't know what poop you came off of.
Even like
Jesus.
the most important insects are just I don't know how I feel about you. I've literally
I still hate them.
butterfly flying in my face. I was like, yo, what's up?
It'd be like certain little,
Butterfly, like
it's certain little like innocent looking ones and stuff that you know isn't really gonna be harmful. But it's just the fact that you sneak up on me, you have to die. It could be an ant. I don't care if it pops out of nowhere. It's gotta go.
In other words, you don't need to have
bumblebees. Bumblebees. They're like so
I don't like bees, period, man.
but man, like you're too close to wasps. I can't trust you. Another thing we hate, or at least I hate, old people who don't listen. Just old people.
So just broaden it. Anybody who doesn't listen.
Yeah.
No, no.
You've repeated it 1,000 times.
True, but the older a person, the more, how do I put it? The older they are than you, the worse they are. Because I had this lady that I tried to tell her, like, ma'am, your card's not working. You're probably using the wrong card. This is how nice I had to say it, okay? Because I really just wanted to look at her and be like, ma'am, that is a Joe's Crab Shack card. That is not a debit card. And after a 20-minute argument, her debit card was like dark red. I was so angry, but I couldn't say anything. And she's like, you can't tell me anything. Honey, I've lived 3 of your lifetimes. I was like, that's nothing to be proud of. Expire then. Jesus. You are farting dust. Go. I was so angry because she was calling me stupid because I was telling her, ma'am, maybe you're using the wrong cards. Because I can't call you a stupid ass, okay? I can't do that. I can't call you a silly in the middle of my shift. Like, so, duh, I'm trying to sit here and say things as nicely as possible. And then she was like, listen, little girl. That makes me mad. Don't.
It's when you start calling me little girl. I'm like,
Yes. Excuse me, ma'am. And then I don't know why people do this when they're mad. Like when you say something they don't like, they try to insult you, like.
I hate that because I'm just like, you can't just take the no and just walk away.
I know because they have to feel like, oh, I just got rejected. No, you're the one who gets rejected, and you suck as a person.
If I cared, I would have said something. But I'm like, no, I don't care. Have at it.
So yes, old people are like right under insects on the list of shit that I hate.
I just, you know what? I'm not going to talk about it.
No, what old people have you dealt with, or like humans? I want to say old people. Old people have you dealt with at your job that made you angry?
Oh, did I ever
Or
tell
in
you
your
guys the
life?
story about the white man in the music books?
Yes. You
So,
did.
did I tell it on the podcast?
Yes.
I have no idea.
I think you did.
Ah,
I have no idea, you guys.
Nah, wait, I got one. But
Ooh.
so there's this older man on campus. He's a vet. I want to say he has to be in his late 70s, early 80s.
Oh.
He's um, it's hard to understand how he speaks, and so I'm usually the one that always helps him because I'm there, and I'll have the patience to listen to what he's saying. So last year, he comes into the store. He tries to buy his textbook. Couldn't get them because he said he was using a special account. It wasn't set up. So we walk over to the Veterans Affairs office, which is literally next door. I got him seated over there, tried to figure out what's going on. Turns out he didn't have any money at all coming in. Then we decided to run his debit card. That didn't work. None of the other 4 debit cards we tried worked. Then he just tried to walk out the store with everything.
No.
Even though we tried to tell him, like, sir, none of your stuff works, so you can't walk out the store. So I spent an hour with this gentleman just trying to figure out what to do. I get it. Like, but it was one of the most exhausting days I had ever had in my life. He wasn't listening.
Did you go to the bathroom after and do like a frustrated like air punch? Like
in the back, I like took my break early, and then I was just laid my head on the table and just kind of groaned really loud, like.
that lady called me incompetent because she was you trying to use a Joe's Crab Shack card as a debit card.
Alexis, Kai, do you guys have any old people you just can't stand? Does it aggravate the crap out of you?
Mainly like the old people that you have to pretty much like we've been saying have to tell them 15 million times about the thing we just talked about. Like literally, there was this one old lady that came into the store, right? And she was looking for a fabric and was like, "Where's the fabric counter?" And I was like, "There's a big old sign right behind you. There it is." And it literally has an arrow pointing down to where the counter was. And then she was like, and then she walked over there, and I did my cashier thing. And she came back like 10 minutes later. I don't see the counter. Do you not see the counter with 3 ladies standing right there cutting fabric? She was like, "No, I don't see it." I'm like, "I don't understand how, but I'll walk you over there just in case." And so I walked her over there, and I was like, "Y'all," I went to the fabric ladies. I was like, "Y'all, please take care of this woman. I don't know what's going on, but she was looking for y'all, so how about it?" And so they were like, "Okay."
I can keep her.
30 minutes later, I see the lady walking out the store with like nothing in her hand, and I was just like, "Did everything go okay?" She was like, "Oh, I wasn't looking for fabric. I was looking for thread." I was like, "It's all in the same area, but okay, sure." Yeah.
It's like, girl, you just old and senile. Like, damn, why are you
Right.
here? But Alexis, before we end, do you have any old people stories that you just like? Okay, these old folks get on my nerves.
Not a one, because I'm fairly patient. well, I get more patient with older people anyway because I know half the time they're probably hard of hearing and they're halfway not trying to listen to you anyway. So I'm just like, okay.
Okay, just make me seem like I'm an irrational, stupid young bitch.
No, I mean she's right,
Not
but
even
also
that. She
like,
would.
they don't
I
want to
hated
listen to
that
it.
part. I'm just like, she wasn't trying to listen to you. And I'm just like, all right. Well, at this point, I'm gonna walk away and get somebody else.
We're gonna take a quick break and we will be back for our next segment. See y'all in a bit. Give us a minute.
Welcome back to SipTeawithSenpais. Right now, our topic is don't judge me. So I don't know if anybody else does this, but don't judge me. Does anybody else like to sleep with their pillow in a certain position? Like, for one thing, when I sleep, I like to have mine sort of the way the body pillows are that you get at like anime conventions. And then it's like I like to wrap around it, and then I have like one
In
leg
between your legs. Come on, just say
and
it.
then one leg like curved up, and I'm just like, even though I have my boyfriend like right next to me, like, but I'm like, but this is softer.
It's okay, Kai. I have a teddy bear. I sleep with the teddy bear in my arms. I've been doing it for years. Don't judge me because I'm gonna keep doing it too.
I like to sleep with my pillow, the pillows underneath my head. I have to have three. The top one has to get folded like a hot dog bun. And then yes, I have my other pillows that are next to me, like just cuddling. I have a lot of pillows on my bed. It's kind
I
of
have some really
I
thick
do too.
thighs and cheeks that clap when I run up and down stairs. So I gotta keep one between my legs. Okay. Like, I don't know, maybe air it out a little. I don't know. It's just comfortable. I like having a pillow in between my legs. I'm not gonna judge you. Pillow it up. My bed only has 3 pillows now because I have a boyfriend and he established dominance between like my body pillow. So now my body pillow has to sleep in my in the baby crib, and I sit here and dream of him every night.
I can't.
On don't judge me, but I think Southern food is gross. I think it's all gross. I think it's disgusting. I don't know how anybody enjoys it. It's gross. I hate it. I don't care. I don't care.
that means you can't ever eat fried chicken again.
Who said fried chicken was Southern? Who said
It is.
Asians cook? Wait, hold on. Japanese people cook
Where
fried
do
chicken.
you think they got it from? Southern black people.
No, they fry a whole bunch of stuff in Planko. They fry, what is it? They fry broccoli, unseasoned broccoli in Planko. No.
That's
I
probably
think at one
something.
point they were just like, let's just see what we can fry. Like, and I'm
No.
pretty sure they cook chicken like that.
America
And
did
you
that.
say that
Black
because the way
soldiers, black soldiers brought over deep frying to that area. We gave the whole
Nyera, this is why I hate you, bro.
No.
I don't give a about like the logistics.
No, you
Stick
will.
with it, okay?
You
I
will
don't care.
learn.
It's gross. It is disgusting. It is gross. I'm not here to debate about it. I said, do not judge me. Do not judge me. But it's gross, okay? Chitlins is gross.
Oh,
it does
absolutely.
not have the flavor that everybody keeps saying it has. Okay, everybody be like, oh my god, Southern food's so good. Like it has all the soul food. No, okay. I go to the Southern restaurants. I've been to plenty of barbecues, plenty of cookouts, plenty of a whole bunch of shit in Georgia and Alabama, and I'm sorry, not Alabama, Georgia, Arkansas, and Louisiana. I've been to these 3 states, had Southern food in these 3 states multiple times, and I hate it every time. I'd rather sit here and order Chinese food and eat in the parking lot before I show up at your cooking, your Thanksgiving, your anything. Gross.
Girl, not gonna judge you. Not gonna judge you.
You already did.
I am debating you.
You did the one thing that you're not. The only thing you're asked not to do for this segment. Okay, it is don't judge me, but and then you immediately was like, then you can't eat chicken. Like, calm down. I wasn't talking about your blood. Don't get offended. It's gross. It's gross.
Forgive me for judging.
Okay, well, don't judge me, but I could care less for pizza. I've hit that point, and I'm just like, I can't. If I had to choose between certain things, it could go.
Okay, it's not very much. I can absolutely.
Like I'll eat it, but it's not what I wanted. It was like maybe low on the list of what I wanted in the first place.
Okay.
Depends on the way it's made for me. Like, okay, if it's the pizza that you go into Walmart and see the pizza's already made, those are like last resort for me. I can't really stand them honestly. But if it's like really the top of my list is something that like pizza that's it's homemade. They took the time to actually do it. Not like Domino's where it's like put it in, put it out, here you go. I'm like, no. It needs to cook longer and it needs more ingredients. So yeah.
It's fucking high over there.
So don't judge me, y'all. But look, I don't wash
Whatever
my
it is, I'm
bra.
judging.
I've only recently started washing my bras every day, mostly because of COVID and I work in retail. Before that, yeah, it'd be like a week or two.
Same.
Damn.
Who washes bras? Like, I don't even wear them anymore like that, unless I absolutely have to contain the breast milk that is always flowing out of me. Like, look, okay,
Yeah.
washing wired bras is stupid. I don't care.
Wire
It
bras
is.
are terrible.
It can't. It really is. Unless you have the stuff to keep it in place, it's a bad idea.
And it's like once they rip, that's it. Period. Even if I've even tried to sew some of that stuff back together. It's just
I tried too. Then I was like, it popped right back out. Like the little wire piece popped right back out, and I'm just like, I don't care anymore.
Right.
Okay, first
I
off,
took all the wires
why
out
are
of my
you guys
bras.
wearing wire bras? Wire bras are pure evil.
Because
No.
some of us don't have boobs and we need all the support we can get when we do it.
Touche.
You just gotta talk about your boobs. You know what?
Y'all didn't see nothing that happened. I didn't hit myself in the face.
So two embarrassing things. I didn't expect Alexis to put it all out there on the table. Like, okay, Alexis.
Well, look, I'm fairly an open book in the first place. Okay, we know this.
I'm trying to get you to open that door. Anyway, don't judge me, but I have never watched, read, because I don't like reading like that, a Harry Potter book, movie, no nothing. No, never. Oh, wait. Hold on. I have never watched, read, seen a Harry Potter
I have
book,
to hide.
Star Trek, or Star Wars. None of the above.
It is.
I have to cover up my camera. I
with you
cannot
on some of that.
I cannot judge you. I cannot judge you.
Let me tell you this. Let me tell y'all this.
Wild. Are you serious? You're coming at me.
That's what I'm saying to myself. I cannot judge you. I cannot judge you. I
You
can't.
know what? We're changing the segment. What's your judgment, bro? It sucks. I don't care. I don't like wizards. You know what? My friend told me, okay? Star Wars is just wizards in space. I don't care about it.
I mean, it pretty much is.
Pretty much is.
Okay? I know because I believe him, all right? Travi don't lie to me, all right? Travi, well, he lied one time. We're going to let that. Travi don't lie to me, all right? I don't feel like I'm missing out on anything. I don't care, all right? And it's terrible because, like, my dad is, like, a huge nerd, bro. And he was like, we're going to sit here and we're going to watch all of this. And I was like, sir, you're going to watch all of that. I will be texting on my phone and see if one of these girls wants to get
I can understand Star Wars. I can definitely understand Star Trek. I have never watched Star Trek.
I never watched Star Trek.
That hurts my heart.
Not a bit.
Also,
Or Star Wars.
Star Wars is so cool. They have laser swords, man. And super psychic powers.
I don't care. I think he's an orphan or something. I don't know. I don't care about.
They're always orphans, man.
I tried so hard with the first movie. Like, okay, back before, when we had VHSs still, my brother had the VHSs of the first Star Wars movies. And I was like, me, 10 years old, I was like, okay, we're going to sit down and watch this thing. Literally, I didn't last 5 minutes. I went straight to sleep. I was just like,
I wouldn't even put myself through it. I'm just like, I know I'm not going to watch it because it took me years to even get into Harry Potter and I'm barely into it. So I'm just no.
I haven't finished the movies and I only read The Sorcerer's Stone. That's it.
I made it 13 chapters in one Harry Potter book and then skipped to the last 2 chapters of that book, which only had like maybe 18 chapters in the first place. I was almost done. I just couldn't do it. I just like, I'm serious. How did it end?
Like, why would you make this thick phone book built book? Like,
But here's my thing. I have nothing to do with reading a thick book. I just have to want to read it.
Right.
I'm sorry that I was a
like my
book
women thick,
nerd.
not my books thick.
I'm sorry I was a bookworm.
I am too, Nyera. What do you mean?
No. You guys aren't gonna sit here and get a pass for like dorks, okay?
Proudly. Proudly.
I'm like, okay, I don't care. All right. This portion of Don't Judge Me, but I do not care. All right. I never watched them. They look too long. And then like there's some, I don't know, moving words in the beginning of one of them. And I was like,
Star Wars.
why would I want to before the no? No, I'm good. Done. It's over. Forget it.
It's okay. Look. For me, you
Yeah,
can add
it
Lord of the
doesn't
Rings to that
read.
list, 'cause I don't care for Lord of the Rings. I won't do it. It's too long. I'm like, nope.
I can't.
My dad has like the whole series, or like he had. I don't know if he still has it. You know, I have like I have 3 younger siblings now, but I don't know if he still has it. He had like the entire one of them. I think it was Star Trek, Star Wars. I don't know. Lord of the Rings, whatever. They're all the same thing. He had him, and he was like, "I'm gonna watch them. All right, we're gonna watch them together. We're gonna get drunk and watch them together." I was like, "Sir, you are going to watch this. I'm gonna be drinking drunk. I don't care about them. I'm gonna be over here texting my dude and getting drunk. I don't care about it."
Let's
Like,
move on
he's
from
like,
this
"Yeah,
topic. It's breaking my heart.
It's okay, Nyera. There are people
somebody
out
else
there
go
for you.
next."
I know. It's just breaking my heart. So next part.
Hold on, that breaks your heart, but Oran host stuff don't break it, please. Man,
Okay, you know what? You know what? Don't judge me, but I did not like Oral High School. I now we're going to get onto this because someone over here wants to be mean. I gave it to 3 episodes. I watched the first 3 episodes of Oron High School. Of Oron High School Host Club. I sat there, I watched them all through, and I watched them subbed with subtitles. So, you know, I was like, okay, this is kind of funny, but I'm really not interested. It also goes into another don't judge me, which is I don't like romance in anything. I hate romance movies. I hate romance fan fiction. I really.
Wait.
Are you judging me? Are you judging? Yeah, exactly. I don't like romance. Ron falls into that. Also, all those girls that came to that club, they made me super uncomfortable. I'm like, y'all, can y'all like calm it down? They made me uncomfortable. So there.
Wait, hold on. Stop. It is every girl's, excuse me, it is 99% female dream or person dream. I can't just say females because dudes like to be flirted with too. So you want to go somewhere where you can feel good about yourself. That makes sense. Like, have you ever had multiple people flirting with you at once? No, you have not, because if you did, you would be having an appreciation for Oron. You know what? Whatever.
Alexis, Kai, anything else? Anything else, ladies?
Not really.
You know what?
Not off the top of my head.
There are just some things some people don't like. But we're here not to judge, Yahida. That's the name of the whole segment.
Okay, fine. Let me just be honest. I got to get something off my chest.
Mm-mm.
We talked about this before. Shut up.
All right.
We talked about this before when we were, not doing the podcast. I just have to like bring it up because one of my friends, like I talked to them about this last night over PlayStation mics, and they came for me. Like they told me I was a terrible person because that's somebody's grandma. I got into it with a lady at a grocery store because I held the door for her. Okay, and yes, it was an older lady. She had all white hair. All right, I'm pretty sure her pubes are white and her butt hair is white at this point. And I hold the door for this old lady, and she looks me up and down and keeps going. So I rudely like tried to close the door on her, and then she was like screaming and acted like I slapped her. So then I pushed her back to the door and then close the door on her. Now you have something to scream about and cry about. You don't have manners, okay? So there you go. I was told I was wrong. Don't judge me, but I don't care. I don't care if you're old. That does not excuse you from not having manners. It doesn't. Okay.
Like, I don't think anybody can really blame me for that. It's like sometimes the petty is too high. It's like,
I wasn't even trying to be petty. I'm just tired of that. Cause okay, look. Let me not. I'm not gonna get off topic. All right. Don't judge me, but I don't think Southern hospitality exists. It's not a thing. It's a goddamn myth. I don't care. When you are from a different place, you go up to a northern state like Michigan, New York, Boston, wherever, and you feel like they're rude. They're not rude. You're walking slow and you're standing there and you're just gawking up at buildings. Yes, you're gonna get pushed, yelled at, shoved, something. Get the hell out the way. People gotta go to work, meet they or sell drugs. Get out the way. I think Southern hospitality exists. Okay, I just think that people. Every now and then you meet a nice person because every now and then, no matter where you go, you'll meet a nice person. I don't think Southern hospitality exists. I don't care about arguing about it. Kai, you're from a different area. Do you think Southern hospitality exists? I want to know.
I don't.
Thank you.
Like, no, seriously. When I first got to Georgia, I probably said this before. When I first got to Georgia, I was just I was weirded out that people were like, "Hey, hi, hello, how are you?" And I'm just like, I am not used to this. This is weird. When did this exist? Because this is not what I grew up with.
Y'all from New York, and everybody is kind of rude.
Not everybody.
Okay, look, I've only encountered
Some
maybe
people,
like
but not
2
everybody.
people in New York. It's more so you just see people who are obviously on drugs. And you see other people who obviously just don't want to be bothered. That's all it is in New York. On drugs and just wilding the hell out, or don't want to be bothered. There's only 2 groups of people. Like, that's it. But Southern hospitality, not a thing, okay? Every time I have billions of stories of dealing with people, strangers who I don't know, just walling the hell out, coming at me crazy, and I'm supposed to believe they have manners? No, absolutely not. I had a lady hit me with her car.
And that was another thing. I had to get used to that yes ma'am, no ma'am. They'll just
when I was a kid, that used to happen all the time. Like, there was this very particular moment that happened where like my neighbors, like, they were older people, old people, whatever, and they came up to Athena and they were like, does your kids want brownies or something like that? And of course, her stupid self was like, yes. I don't know why you want to give food from strangers to your children, but whatever. She's an idiot. And the lady was like, here you go. And I was like, thank you. And she's like, and she snatched it from me. And I was like, and she was like, you meant to say, thank you, ma'am. I was like, you know what? So then she was like,
you got your thank you. Why does the ma'am have to be added?
Oh, so she's like holding it. And she's like, you don't get it until you say it. And so I was like, and I walked away.
I don't blame you because I probably would have did the same thing.
Of course, like,
Athena
comes at me sideways and is like, no. And she snatches me up by the back of my shirt because she doesn't want to look bad in front of people. And she's like, no, you have to say it. And I was like, okay, bet. I turn around and I'm like, thank you, ma'am. She gives me her little trash brownie and I throw it on the floor and I keep pushing. Like, yes, I got beat, but I don't care. I'm not, look, okay, you want me to call you ma'am? Like, shut the hell up. Like, what is wrong with you?
I'm just like, because at this point, please, thank you, in like manners of that sort should be enough. Right. Because to this day, I still don't say sir, ma'am, or stuff like that. I'm like,
I say sir or ma'am if I see the police. That's it.
I still probably wouldn't even do that. If we
I'm like, I ain't trying to get you.
Once you have 3 cops flirt with you, you do not care.
Girl.
No, and it catches you off guard because you're like, yo, first of all, I know I don't have illegal drugs on. Second, are you profiling me? Are you trying to randomly shoot and like violate me? That's what I'm thinking because, you know, I'm just seeing news. I'm just seeing stuff that I see on the internet. And I'm like, are these cops trying to kill me? And I was like 18, and this cop, he was like, excuse me, miss. And I was like, oh my God, I'm about to be on the news. that was like my first thought, like, oh God, I was like, I'm about to be on the news, bro. And I turned around and I was like, what? so that's how you answer an officer? I was like, what? And he was like, I just want to say you're cute. Do you want to drive? Like, do you want to ride home? I was like,
No.
no, I don't, no, I don't want to ride home. And then one time I was walking home with two of my friends, two dark skinned men, and they were like a cop pulled us over because we were just walking and was like, miss, would you like a ride home because you're not safe? And my like friends looked at me, looked at each other. First of all, I've known them for years. If anything, sir, I'm scared of you. You're the only armed person over here. And he was like, let me pull you to the side. And this cop really pulled me to the side, made them stand by the little car, and was like, you know that women have been getting raped and terrible other stuff, and you could be killed. And I was like, sir. And I really looked him in his eyes, and I was like, I'm more afraid of you than I am of them. Like, these are literally my homies. You're some random guy that just pulled me over, and you're offering to give me a ride home, and you don't see how you're creepy. And he caught an attitude and left. Like I said, okay, look, I don't.
Don't judge me, but pants are overrated, and I hate them.
Facts. Wait, hold on. I got you.
I like pants.
I mean, I'll wear jeans all the time, but as soon as I come home, my pants are off, and I will either walk around in my t-shirt or just, naked if my windows are down. But pants
I got
are
big
evil.
cheeks and thick thighs, bro. Jeans are evil
I
because
know, right?
I got them thick thighs that they're always kissing and trying to touch through material, so I always want to
Yeah,
get
and then
Like, I'm such
And
an
your
outlier.
thighs.
I live for jeans.
I love my jeans, but I would rather not wear pants in general.
then
Pants,
don't.
skirt,
I'll
dresses,
leave the house in boxers.
anything
I don't
that
care.
covers my legs. I just want to be free.
That's terrible. You have nice legs. Like, I've seen your legs.
Shorts are great, but even then, I don't want to wear shorts. I just don't want to wear anything down there but my underwear. That's it. But yeah, pants are evil, and no one should have to make me wear pants, especially when I'm in my own house.
It's okay because I hate dresses and I will never,
I hate
if I can help it. Because like there's some try to get out of my comfort zone, but I hate it.
I have one dress in my closet, and it's been in my closet for about 8 years. It's just
Oh,
one.
same.
I have a couple, and
I have,
they
like,
mostly came from my sisters because they didn't want it anymore. And I'm just like, let me try and get out of my comfort zone.
Hold on, look. As long as I'm wearing boy shorts and I also put deodorant on the inside of my thighs, I am completely fine with wearing dresses. I just get tired of having, I think they call it chub rub or whatever.
Chub
I'm
rub.
tired of my thighs making out while I'm wearing anything that's like
And then your
pantsless.
thighs get super hot and they sweaty, and I'm like, you know what?
That's why I can't stand jeans, because after a while, that stuff starts dying home. Like, I didn't want that, no. And then when you try
That
to
hole is
fix
the
it,
worst.
no.
Look, okay,
Yeah,
and then
but-
I have a hate for jeans because most jeans are not stretchy, especially like before being slim thick was a thing. I was
Right.
built like this before it was before everybody wanted to be built like that. So like it's terrible when you have a waist that doesn't fit your pants. And then whatever it is, pants that you do get that sort of fit, like eventually end up with either a hole in the thighs or you randomly do like a slight little stretch or you try to like pull them up to try to get yourself into it and you break the little loops on the goddamn sides of them.
I've done that.
Are you
So
kidding?
have I.
Yes, and you're mad at yourself because you're like, my day might as well go like this. And then I'm like, these exact like same day, I put it on everything I love. Same day, I break the little loops on the side of my pants. I'm like, you know what? Forget it. I'll just put on a loose t-shirt, okay? And we're still gonna rock these pants. It's fine. It's just like a little hole on the side. It's all right. Like nobody even cares about the belt loop, like whatever. Then I'm going up these stairs and I decide I want to get a little snazzy with stepping upstairs. So I skip a step and rip a hole in my pants.
No.
So yeah, no, I hate jeans. I don't care. And I was like, why, God? Why do you do this? And mind you, this was one of those unsafe days where I had a pad
Nope.
on.
Ooh, no.
Yeah. So that was a great day, you know.
Can I get another don't judge me, but tampons are evil?
Yes.
I like the idea of sticking anything up
completely
inside
are.
me.
Like,
They
who likes
completely
those?
are.
Who
Tabs, man.
invented them? And why?
Probably a
Don't judge
man.
me. Don't judge me, but I don't like anybody who complains about the 80s.
Wait,
I
as
don't.
in the 80s is great or the 80s was terrible?
The 80s was terrible. Because, like, you have your parents who are like, oh, do you know how hard it was for me to get to school? I'm sorry. You went to a private school. How hard was it? Please tell me. I didn't think so.
My mom went to a school out in the country. She had to walk a while, so I can understand her complaining about that.
No, I hate. Look, I hate that people really make it seem like they had the hardest life in the world just because you can't go back, Google it, and prove it. I do. I really do. Okay. So look, don't judge me, but when someone tells me how hard, quote unquote, they had it without proof, I do not believe you. I don't believe you. I do not care. Right? I do not believe you. Build a bridge and get over it.
They can tell us that too. I hate when
Don't judge me, but I hate doing my hair in the shower. Because I slip every time. I
hate
always
doing
fall.
my hair in general.
Tim,
That's fair.
that's why
I
we're
slip, but I don't always fall on conditioner, bro. Like conditioner. I got that good conditioner, okay? That detangles your hair before the comb touches it. But it's also evil because you will ice skate in your bathroom with this conditioner.
don't judge me, but dubs are okay, everybody.
I
And
like
don't
animators.
do it
dubs.
either.
Dubs
I
are
like dubs.
okay.
What
There
are
are
dubs?
dubs as in
How do you
dub
know?
anime.
Oh.
I like
You
both.
said dubs.
Look, I have nothing against subs.
Did you think
I'm
I said
just
Doug like Doug
lazy.
Funny?
I'm just
No,
lazy.
no. I thought you said dubs because whenever like I'm playing Fall Guys with my daughter's godfather and Bruno, they'd be like, "Yo, I'm about to get this dub. I'm about to get this dub," and I believe he's talking about winning.
Oh. No, I'm talking about dubbed anime. Like, there's some good dubbed anime. My Hero Academia has an excellent dub anime. A-OK. Vegeta is the voice of All Might. A+. There's some dubs that are terrible. D. Gray Man's dub. Set
Yeah.
That on Fire. With Blue Fire.
Yeah, World's Greatest First Love has like 2 scenes with English, and it is the worst English you've ever heard in your entire life. Like,
There's some
But
subs
then-
be like, yo, English is real bad. Not English, English with an L. Like,
But then you
really
have
had
just
someone
like,
do that.
but I love the dubs that are like JoJo, where you know it's bad, but they do it bad enough to where it's funny. So
And JoJo has to change all their stuff because it's copyrighted, because of
right.
the bands and stuff. So they have to change it. I was like, oh, this is hilarious.
you know which one is good? The God of High School. God of High School. They put the content out for that like this, but their dubs are it's pretty like great.
Also, the dub of Ghost Story is amazing.
Ghost Stories is
Ghost
hilarious.
Stories is famous because the original script from the Japanese one was trash. So it's like, okay, we're just gonna ad lib everything. And Ghost Story is a comedy. Went from a horror story to a comedy. You should watch it. Anybody who hasn't watched anime, it's worth it. It's probably one of the best dubs ever made.
Hilarious. I love it.
Don't
Okay.
watch the Dragon Ball Z Ocean dub. That's the worst dub ever.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
I mean, that's
I
okay. I
didn't know.
hate Dragon Ball Z. Don't judge me, but I hate Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Z
Stop it.
is called Dragon Ball. I mean, called Dragon Ball because I get into arguments with like my daughter's godfather and my boyfriend all the time. It is called Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball Z was like one little saga by its whatever.
All right. So we're gonna take our quick last break, and we will come back with our last topic. So refill your teacups, and we'll see you soon.
Hello and welcome back from our break. We are now going to hit our Life Hates Us segment moment, I guess. I can't remember the title, for being honest right now. But since I'll go ahead and start. I had a time where I was at my dad's house in South Carolina. And there's like a family over at the same time, so I had to take a bath. And the bathroom that was open for me to take was in the front room area, like a hallway. in the front room, and I'm just like, nope, this is a bad idea. And the door didn't lock or close completely. What to make a long story short, if we're being honest, I fell back into the tub after getting out.
Oh no!
And I cannot for the life of me remember how exactly it happened. I just know I was out, getting ready to leave with towel on and everything, and I slipped backwards and went butt first. And I'm like, ugh.
I have.
And it doesn't help the fact, like, family and everything in the front room, like right across the hall from me. And I'm
They
like,
laughed at you, didn't they?
oh yeah, definitely, because I think my sisters might have came in after they heard it, because front room across the hall, small hallway, it's loud. I fell back into water, and it's just like, all I could do was sit there and laugh too, and I'm just like, it was not my day.
I've got one similar like that. I was at my high school, and so we had these trailers on the top of the hill towards the back of the school for extra classrooms. I had my health class in there, and we were living out, about to head over to lunch, and I'm walking out. All of a sudden, I'm at the very top step coming into there. I just fell head over heels down 5 steps. And then I landed on my back like a whole cartoon character. And there's my class laughing at me. My teacher has not said anything, and no one comes to help. And I'm just like, maybe I should just lay here for the rest of the time.
I feel it.
I just don't want everyone to get up. I don't want y'all to talk to me. I hate all y'all. I hate myself. I hope you all die.
I feel
Pretty
that.
much.
I had a kind of dangerous one, also involving the damn stairs. So, when my niece was young, I used to, if my sister was too tired, I watched them and everything. And there was one time I was downstairs taking care of. We had ants in the house at the moment, so I was downstairs trying to make sure they weren't trying to travel upstairs to get to the babies or anything. So I was spraying, and all of a sudden I heard my niece crying. So I was like, okay, she's probably hungry because she hasn't eaten in like a while. So I went upstairs to check on her before I took all the bug stuff back downstairs, and I missed one step. And at the same time, I swore I was so tired because I was running up and down the stairs trying to take care of the house. I thought I had a baby. No, I did have her in my head actually. So I missed one step, and I had to do like the most weirdest maneuver. I had to turn my body while holding a baby, and then just slid down the stairs. Of course, she laughs at me, but I'm just like, oh yeah.
You're a superhero.
No, Kai's a goddamn anime character because that's where you see that.
No, the way I felt, it was like slow motion. I was like, oh no.
Okay, I've done the same thing, except there was no child in my arms. I was just like, oh,
I had a child.
God.
I see Kai sliding on her back down some stairs, hands holding baby in the air, the baby laughing. It's like, fuck this.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't know where to begin with this topic because life hates me, bro. Like, don't get me wrong, my life is bomb as hell now. Like, I love my life now, but so many times I just sat there and was like, what like this? Like, I put toothpaste on my toothbrush and then I turned it to the side to put it in my mouth and the toothpaste dropped on the floor. Yeah, I bumped into my refrigerator text because I was too busy looking at like some sexy text messages I was sending my boyfriend. And I said, excuse me, to the refrigerator. And my brother seen it and clowned the hell out of me and called somebody else we were related to. So, and put them on speaker to continue clowning the hell out of me. I have sat here, like, you have like those trees that have like little nuts that fall from them and they're like, they crunch really nice under your feet. I love stepping on those in the fall. I love the fall. Favorite time of year, whatever the hell. And so there was a group of them, and my brain didn't register. These are little tiny round nuts. you've seen cartoons. And I was just like trying to be cute because I was with somebody like I had like a thing for. And I tried to step on them and my feet went forward and I fell and it was on an incline, so I kept sliding and he's dying and I'm dying on the inside. And he's just like, oh, you're so stupid. And y'all, I'm telling you, life. I hung up a canvas above my bed. This same very beautiful canvas right over there. And I got an attitude with my daughter's dad, my boyfriend, and I handed her to him, and I was like, "Stay in the living room. I don't want to deal with you right now. I'm sick of you." I go in the room. I plop on the bed. Bam! Right on my And the worst part is that is a giant canvas painting of my boyfriend. So I was angry at him for the rest of the day because I was like, he did it. He hit me in the face.
No, okay, so I've had a couple stories where you ever try to just like be cool and like lean against something.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah. So one time I'm in my mom's room, she's talking to me, and I try to lean against her dresser. Now she has a carpet on her floor, but the rest of the floor is hardwood. I don't know what happened. I just slipped and just proceed to just tumble shelf by shelf off her dresser. Just like and then I hit the floor and all I know is there's pain all on my back. And I'm like, why? My mom's looking at me like, are you okay? I'm like, no.
Dude, I got one. So, there was one time, y'all remember Thea, right?
Yes.
So one
Nope.
time I was walking with Thea out of just walking back to the dorms together, and it had literally just rained that day, and I was just walking normal, just going down the stairs, but the stairs must have had like moss or something else like green and slippery on it. Or maybe it was pollen or something. But all I remember was I didn't even fall hard. I fell slow. Like, imagine there's a pole here. I went from standing up to like just leaning on the floor, and I like slid into the mud, and I couldn't stop laughing. And Thea was like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "No, I'm just laughing because of how slow it was."
I got a
I
life.
don't blame you. Look, I hit the point where I'm just like, look, if I fall anywhere and we're in public, just leave me there. I've accepted that. I was like, it's gonna happen.
I have a life that hates me, but it happened to another person, and it was comeuppance. So life actually loves me. So first off, I was at work. I tripped. I'm a very clumsy person, as one day you guys will see. I have weak ankles. I fall all the time. So I trip and I catch myself before I hit the floor, but it's like I'm halfway down. And they said, and one of my coworkers at the time, and my boss, one of my bosses, just started laughing. And my coworker says, if you fall for real, I'm gonna help you up, but I'm gonna laugh at you first.
It would be me. I would say the
Very
same thing.
minority.
I know.
Same.
He was a minority. He was black, but he's
Yep, there it is. I say
20 minutes
every
later.
time.
I'd
No.
be like, I will help you.
Come up
Let's
it.
get it out first.
Come up it. 20 minutes later, there's this blue chair we have at the store, and she tries to sit in it, but she misses the chair and hits the floor. I just stand there and look at her for a good couple seconds, not even laughing. I'm just like, I'm trying to hold it in. I'm like, you okay? She's like, yeah, I'm good. And then I start cracking up. I was like, oh, like, thank you, Jesus. You paid for that.
That's
Thank
the
you.
thing.
I was like,
No.
that best comeuppance I've ever had.
I seen a life hates me happen to somebody else too. We were in gym running track, and of course you have those stupid things where they're like you have to run 3 laps under 15 minutes, whatever the hell. I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. And some girl, she always wears shorts. She's on, I think, a track team, whatever the hell. She's always running, so she's fast. She's dusting people, bro. And then I I have asthma, yo. I am slow. I am sounding like a very very hefty person. I'm just like, well, a well-fed person. Whew. And I see people crowding around her, some people making fun of her, and girls and boys arguing. I'm not paying no attention because I'm a fan of minding my business. And so I passed the group of people and I noticed they're looking at a bloody female sanitary item on the floor and it was hers and they watched it fall from her shorts. And I wanted to die for her. I wanted to die for her. I was like,
Oh, you poor soul.
I hate your life for you today, bro. I'm
Right.
sorry. And I just the teacher had let her leave, but she was getting clowned for the rest of the year, and I felt so I felt so bad. And there was no amount of anything that happens to me that was like half as bad as that. Okay.
Right.
Another life hates me moment, but happened to me. I don't know why. I like to listen to music, have my own concerts in my bathroom like everybody else. And I almost slipped. And then I tried to like grab my shower curtain, but my shower curtain was slippery, I'm guessing, from the conditioner. And I had conditioner on my hand, so it slid out of my hand and I fell. And I was so angry when I got up. I'm like trying to like swing on the curtain, and I wind up like getting tangled into it and ripping down like the pole, and it hits me on my head. And I was like, going to bed. I don't want to be talked to. I'm going to bed. I hate it here. I don't want to talk to anybody. And then I remember, my boyfriend being like, "Hey, I heard something dropping. You okay? Go fix the shower curtain." Like,
I had
no, like,
one.
I
I was in high school and I was in Spanish class, and our teacher told us to describe someone in the classroom. And as you know, this is first year Spanish, so of course I got my words mixed up between big and fat,
Uh-oh.
and I called this guy. I meant to say grande because he was big, but I called him fat instead. And he got mad. I'm like, what are you getting mad for? He's like, fuck. He's like, excuse me, I'm sorry. He was like, he said rude things. And I said rude things back. And then my teacher's like, oh, you called him fat. And I was like, you couldn't have said that 5 minutes earlier before this whole fight started.
Right.
And I'm just standing there like, I didn't need to call you fat, dude. I just meant to say big. Like, I couldn't think of anything else. I'm sorry. And he didn't take the apology. It's like, it's Spanish, man. I don't know what these words mean. But yeah, that was a good way to start your first class in the morning.
So another life hates me moment. I was very distracted because I breastfed my daughter to sleep. I was in the middle of cooking. I was cooking a Spanish roast, and it's been in the oven for like 3 hours at that point. I went to go check on it. I did not put on oven mitts, and I tried to grab it out of the oven.
Oh, I've done that.
Oh, I've done stupid stuff like that.
And I'm not saying like I lightly tapped it. I put my full hands in. Like, hi.
I've done stupid stuff. Like, okay, we had I don't remember what holiday it was, but I was helping with the cooking and stuff, right? So we had we had a heavier tray on the bottom and the light one on the top. But I don't know why somebody put the heavier one on top that year usually. And I grabbed it without thinking and I was like, ah! And then I moved my hand and then it hit the top of the stove where the actual heat is. So I was like, well, I'ma have a burnt hand for a minute.
I'd be screaming like an idiot like the whole time.
So here's a sad part because I know I've tried to take something out of the oven. It just happened to be heavy, and even with the oven mitts and everything, I maybe got 3 seconds out of pulling it out and then dropped it. And I'm like, that was the food.
I got a second-degree burn on my boob because I was cooking something and I had one of my spaghetti strap tank tops on, and so I didn't think to lift the pot top away from me.
Yeah.
And instead I lifted it towards me when I took the thing off, and of course this is boiling water or whatever it's in. So I'm leaning over. I lift the top. Boom, steam hits, and water hits the boob right here. 2nd-degree burn. I'm like, oh God, my boob.
I had a burn where, okay, I was trying to, help my sister get over her fear of working with the stove. And we were making burgers that night because, trying to just surprise mom, just do a nice thing for your mom once in a while. And I told my sister, okay, should I throw not literally throw the patties in there, but, put the patties in the pan. She literally threw it. And the
I'm on her
grease
side.
went up and right on my boob. I was like, oh my God. But she felt bad. She still feels kind of bad sometimes these days, but now she's not as scared of it. But still, it was
She
just like,
threw the burgers in the pan, just like, ha!
yes,
no!
it really went like a frisbee, just tink. Oh, like,
So I've had grease pop onto my face before. It wasn't hot, thank God. But so you know how I work concession stands with my mom.
mm-hmm.
So I was helping her do something with the grease. I think we were taking the the heater piece out of it, so like it would drain off and we cut everything off.
Mm-hmm.
In the process of trying to take it out of the grease, it slipped out of my hand and popped right back into the grease, and all I saw was grease hit me like right up in here, and then it got my eye too, and I'm like,
Ooh.
Does it for me? I'm just like, it was not hot anymore, so I'm just like, at least there shouldn't be any burns. It was a terrible thing.
I also got burned on my forehead by a friend. She was trying to flat iron my hair, and her flat iron was very, very, very hot. And it made my hair bone straight at the time. But she got a little too close to my forehead, and the flat iron, and I turned my head just a little bit. I don't even know why. And then it hit my forehead, and right here, oh, I screamed. I heard the whole throat hurt me. I was in so much pain. I still have that mark on my forehead from when she burned me. It was that bad. I was like, nope. Flat iron.
Life,
Oh,
another life hurts me moment, bro. I was having a look. Okay, I have IBS. I have like irritable bowel issues, and I'm also lactose intolerant. But I like bowls of cereal. Okay, and I don't like the other types of milk. And I also like
ice cream.
ice cream and bowls of cereal. I love ice cream. I can't not have ice cream. So I had 3 bowls of ice cream the night before, and this happened this morning, for the record.
Oh no.
But it was like 5 a.m. because I've been using the bathroom all night, and I use the bathroom, right? I wipe, I get up, I'm trying to flush down this entire mudslide of things, and I knock my entire new roll of tissue into the toilet.
Oh.
No.
And no, everything did not flush out of it before it fell. And then when the new water came in, it was just soaked. And I'm like, I'm gonna leave it in there. I'm going to bed.
I've definitely had that thing when I've come home, I need to run to the bathroom because for some reason your body just makes you want to go to the bathroom when you walk towards your door. And I was in such a rush that I didn't realize my toilet seat was closed.
Yep, I've done that.
Yeah.
I think I've almost done that before, and I'm
When
just
you
like,
have
no.
to go bad enough, you're just like, just get to the toilet. That's all it
Yep, and then I was like, oh no! I got up, but damage is already done.
Nyera, life really hates you. I thought life hates me. No.
Yes, it does.
No,
Life be like, y'all don't like you, girl.
That's why I'm glad my sister's home a lot, because I'm like, okay, I'll tell her, I'm like, okay, I know I have to go, but I don't want to go at work. I'm going at home where I know it's clean and stuff.
I feel that.
It's just like, hold the door open or whatever until I get there. She's like, okay. Like,
You are Oh my god. I had to use the bathroom really badly because IBS sometimes it's just a random mudslide that's happening and it's like do or die, and I didn't have time to like check the toilet or anything like that, so I had to stay squatted above the toilet because my toilet seat was missing. I don't know where.
Oh, the
I
poor
don't know what
kid.
happened. I
Are you
don't
sure
know.
you didn't put it down? It was just gone.
No, it was gone because I was at work and I came home and they didn't tell me what happened, and I had to go to my leasing office after having to squat over my toilet because like the toilet itself, out of like under the seat, whatever the hell the toilet rim, it was. I have men friends who come over. There's pee all over it. I don't know why. Work on yourself, men. But there was pee on the seat. I'm not about to sit on it. And I was like, my toilet seat's gone. But my butt was like, you don't have time to think about it. And I was like, fine. And so I'm like bird squatting over my toilet. And I'm angry at this point. And I go to my rent office because I'm like, what did you do? Because
Why
I
is my toilet seat missing?
know. I know because I pooped before work. I know there was a toilet seat there. Do not try to tell me there was not. She was like, ma'am, we had an issue and they had to go down to your apartment because there was a leak. And then he broke the toilet seat. I was like, how did, what? No, that math does not make sense. Whatever he was doing in my apartment, tell me where the maintenance man is. I'm about to slap him. Okay? Because that don't add up. And the guy
Yahida,
was like,
your bowels hate you. Life doesn't hate you. Your bowels hate
absolutely. Because at 18, my years of doing stuff I was not supposed to do. Okay, I did not have good parents. They let me drink when I should not have been. But it messed up my stomach, all that acid and stuff. So at 18, I had ulcers, IBS, I had GERD, like all at once. And mind you, I'm already an asthmatic and stuff like that. Like, yeah, a lot of it is cleared up, but they told me IBS is a lifelong commitment. But yeah, you do not know how many times I had to do that. Like one time I was walking to Bruno's house in the morning because this was before we started dating and stuff like that. We were friends, and then I felt it. I felt that grumble, and I was like, I am scared because I don't know if this is just air coming out as a fart or if this is about to be more than that. So I was like, I track meet run, okay? And like I said, I'm an asthmatic, so I'm sounding like, and I'm running to his house. He opens, like I call him, I'm like, yo, hurry up, open the door, open the door. And he's like, what? I was like, open the door. And he's like, I just see you running down the street looking stupid, sounding stupid, sweating, and then I push him out of the way, and I blow his bathroom up, bro. And then the worst part is, at the time, he was my crush. Like you can't, and the worst part is, you can't cover up those sounds. You cannot. Those are World War II sounds. Those are like.
And 911 on the like, yo, it's my stomach, and they say like, yo, it's a bullet. No, it's not. It's not bullet.
Like, let me tell you, there's nothing worse than having to poop near the person you have a crush on. There is nothing worse than that because you can't get that back. You can't get that back. And you want to seem perfect before like you get into the actual relationship with them. You want to make it seem like you're such a wonderful person that you don't even fart. But my body has other plans. Okay, it is like I am human. I'm gonna make noise. What's good? I was like, yeah, done.
I was like, nope, can't ever talk to you again.
And be like, all right.
It's like
well,
now I
our
have a
friendship
child with
is
him. He knows.
I was so scared he was gonna say that because after we were done, like he was like, you can't close the bathroom door because it has to ventilate. There's no like windows or anything in it. I was like, oh.
Yahida, you didn't blow up his whole bathroom. You blew up his whole house. No.
And it was terrible because his mom wound up coming home early and she was like, Bruno, it smells terrible in here. Oh my god, stinky boy. Like, and going off like in Spanish, and I'm like, And Bruno was about to say it wasn't me, and I hit him.
So, nigga, you better take this off of me right now.
Oh, look, okay, a couple of times I've had to blame Bruno for things that Bruno didn't do. What? Okay, it's embarrassing.
Dude,
Tell me.
don't you hate when you're like riding with other people and then you have to fart and then it's like it's not even like one that you can pass off. It's like bad and trust me, I've had times where I'd fart and it feels so bad and I'm just like, oh, it was a gas line. It was a gas line. But I'm lucky at one time it actually was the gas line, but still, I was just like,
No.
I was
I
on
be
a
having
youth
them farts that like my cheeks be doing an applause when like when because sometimes I fart so hard, you know. Like, and the
No.
worst part is I hate it when it's a fart where you think it's gonna be quiet and you're like, I could smother this with my jeans. I could smother this with my jeans. No.
Nope.
The only good fart-proof underwear is a thong. I don't know what a thong does, but it is good at keeping them quiet.
Okay, so
Oh.
I was on a youth group trip from my church, and we were coming back from a work site, and the boy I had the biggest crush on in my youth group is there, and he lays down next to me, and I'm like, it's happening.
For anime moment.
That's my anime moment. And he falls asleep next to my thigh. The thing is, my stomach is absolutely dying because I'm holding in all this gas. I can physically hear the bubble guts happening. I feel like explosions happening in my stomach. It feels like there's an entire battle happening down in my lower intestines. And his head is next to my thigh, and I'm trying not to fart because it's so bad, and I know if I do, it will wreck this whole band, and I cannot do this. I was like, God, why have you blighted me? And it took us another 20 minutes for us to get back to the place we were staying at. And I ran out of that damn car so fast.
Look,
I think he never looked at me. He never looked at me right again. I was like, I think I thought he was like, I didn't want you near me, but I was like, no, I didn't want you near me, but that was for a whole different reason.
Wait, real quick, I've had a moment that like it was my fault. You guys know I hate reading. I do. I hate reading. I'm not the reading type. You tell me to read a book, I'm like, you know what? I'll watch the movie. I'll listen to audio. I'm not gonna read it.
You don't read that.
Unfortunately, I was having a medical procedure done, and they told me I had to take this citrus nitrate thing, which makes your poop diluted. And I didn't read it, of course. I was like, oh, so I have to drink this? And I was like, ugh, it tastes kind of salty and funny, but you know what? Whatever. I've had worse in my mouth. And I was like drinking it, and I drank the entire bottle. And then I'm wondering why, like, I'm peeing out of my butt for the next 3 days. And I'm like, what is in this? And I turned it over and it was like diluted and use a couple of teaspoons. Oh my God. And I called my great grandma and I'm like, oh, Gigi. And she was like, what? I was like, Gigi, I drank this entire bottle. And she was like, oh, honey, are you scared to fart? I was like, I'm scared to fart. I was like, because I'm pretty sure it's going to come out like a water gun. I'm not prepared for that level of embarrassment. Yo, I had to call out of work and everything.
I would too.
I would.
I was on the toilet, yo. I had to play like the game from the toilet and try to like look at the
Like my phone will become my best friend. I'm not moving from that toilet.
Oh, and you know, every time you think it's over, it's not over.
Right.
I think every girl's had the world's life hates me for girls is your first period comes on. Like mine was at mine was
Mine
at
wasn't that bad though, for real.
Mine was at elementary school, and one of my friends told me I had a fan on the back of my pants. My skirt, actually.
Well, see,
And
mine started in 5th grade. I was at school at the time too, so
I was 9 years old, but like I said, I was with family, so thank God.
Cass is lucky.
I was
I was
lucky. I'm not fronting. I was lucky.
I was just real super calm about mine because
I was not. I
even
was
back
like, why is
then
my
I
body
still
bleeding?
had a jacket around my butt. I'm just like, I don't trust this. I don't trust people and stuff like that. At the same time, I'm just like, nope. I just happened to felt weird. I'm just like, can I come to the bathroom?
Nope, mine
And put
instantly
tissue
went
in
from
my thing. So my underwear's like, oh.
I went from like a 1 to a 10. Like happy. Nope.
I couldn't. I had mine secretly for years and didn't tell anybody about it because
No.
I had 3 older brothers. Like I thought I was a boy for a good portion of my childhood. Do not laugh at me. Do not laugh at me. I'm being so serious. I remember when I was in like I want to say kindergarten. I remember this because I was crying hard and they like called the humans that summoned me in the world. It was that bad. Because they were like, we're gonna separate everybody into groups of boys on that side, girls on that side. I went to the side boy. And they were like, Yahida, you can't be over there. You're not a boy. I was like, but I am. And they were like, you're not a boy. I was like, but I am. Why would you say that? And like, I cried hard. Like they had to monitor me, and I had to be kept away from the other kids for like the rest of the day because I just kept crying. And it was so stupid because when I finally went home, Athena's girlfriend was trying to explain to me, you're a girl. I was like, don't tell my brother. Like, and it was so stupid because I didn't know he was already home, and my brother was like, I already know. I was like, you know, like. So I didn't tell anybody I had a cycle for years because I didn't want my brother to.
Yahida had a whole gender identity crisis as a child. She was like, I'm a boy.
Boy, Pinocchio. I was like, y'all think I'm playing? I was so serious. Like, I would even like wear boxers and stuff like that. I wanted to be just like my brother, even though I'm like, I'm an adult now. My brother's garbage. I hate him, but I was like, I had 3 older brothers that I grew up with because like the kids that are all younger than me were not born around that time, and I didn't have any younger siblings, so I only had males older than me, and they always like clown me for everything, and I was always ready to scrap after a while, and I was just like, no, I'm a boy. I'm just as tough. I'm just as bad. I'm gonna beat the hell out of them. Let's get it. Like, like that's probably why that's probably why I'm the person I am now. You know what? Shut up, guys. No, this is the end of the podcast. Everybody have a good day, okay? Remember, I'm the plug for the oil. Hit me up. Grow your hair. Do whatever. I hate it here.
Check us out on Facebook. Check out our Instagram. Check out Yahida's Etsy page. Subscribe to us on Podbean. That's what we're on right now. Like, review, do all that good stuff. I have been Nyera, your mediator senpai. That is not what really happened today, but I'm just gonna say it.
Okay, your bubbly senpai. See you soon.
Elexus the chill one.
And Yahida are exhausted one.
Look, I'm not exhausted, okay? I am your local, like, demon senpai Yahida. Don't judge me, okay? Like I said, I'm the plug for the oil. Get your inches up, that's it.
All right. See y'all when we see y'all. Have a good night.
Bye.